Night of the Living podcast is always ad-free for patrons at patreon.com/NOTLP.
Thank you so much for listening to Night of the Living podcast, especially if you're a new listener that we just met at Horror Hound Weekend.
Hi.
Welcome. We're in Hispanic Heritage Month where Louis here. Hi, Louis. He's going to curate some sweet-ass movies for us. We're on number 3 of 4 right now. Intrépidos Punks.
Intrépidos Punks.
Intrépidos Punks. Andy and Amy are here.
Yes, we are.
Hey.
And we're going to...
And they are Intrépidos Punks, too.
They are Intrépidos Punks.
I think of myself that way now.
I don't want to think of myself as part of this gang in this movie.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible, actually.
They're mean. They're mean-spirited. They're very much like the gang from Death Wish in a lot of ways.
I feel like it was gang from Mad Max.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
With all the spikes and the leather and such. Yeah.
It's like, I'm a punk, but I'm not Intrepido.
You're just a regular punk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you are.
Amy and I started watching the sequel by accident. We were talking about this, and then we were like, oh, shit. We were talking to Louis, and we're like, we're watching the wrong movie. We're
Don't
doing the
worry.
sequel next week, though.
We've rectified the situation and watched them in the proper order.
Right.
Don't you worry.
So we'll get into all that.
Yeah.
Horror Hound Weekend.
You wouldn't be able to follow part 2 if you didn't see part 1.
You know what? I sure appreciate part 2 more with having seen part 1, the bits that I have seen of it so far, because now I have an emotional attachment to the characters.
If you have attachment to these characters, and then I worry about you.
Side eye.
All of them look like somebody's dad and uncle. They're all the same man. Everyone who's not a punk is the same man.
Everyone has a mustache.
And the same haircut, and all of them have Wilson leather jackets and button-up shirts. It's my dad from 1984. A bunch of my dad.
Everyone's that from 1984.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk about this movie. But
So yeah, Horror Hound Weekend.
I'm
just
wearing
happened.
a new shirt that Andy designed for Horror Hound, where it's the Horror Hound paw, and it has all the colors of the pride flag on it. And I love that this was all over this weekend.
I know. I saw a bunch of people wearing it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And Andy designed it.
Yeah.
Well done,
I
Andy.
bullied the our friends at Horror Hound to make one.
They
And-
needed
and
to be
bully-
bullied.
It shows that bullying works sometimes.
See, there it goes.
But
Are,
yeah,
they, are they available for sale?
Yeah, as far as I know, you can
At
get
the
them on
show, they were
the show
available.
and maybe the website. It's usually what they have at the show you can find online too.
Right. Horrorhound.com.
But the show comes back in 6 months, so if you want to come and purchase one and live in person from the wonderful people there.
I can sign it for you, whether you want it or not.
It's true.
But if you go to our social media pages, you can get a look at it.
Night of the Living podcast.
It was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a great time. Got to see old friends that we haven't seen in forever. Randy.
Yeah, Randy, what a wonderful dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so fun reconnecting and just with everybody, our usual Horror Hound crew.
Got to hang out with
Yeah.
Brian and Paul and Shayna, all these people who have supported the show
Yep.
as we approach the end of our or the beginning of our 21st season, I guess is how some people would put it, or their 20th anniversary, April
Oh my God, just keep saying words.
2020.
Just say 20th. Just say 20th.
2020.
You're thinking about too much.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how people keep track of seasons and media, different kinds of media.
Well, I'm probably going to say 20 plus years.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all getting very old.
Well, we're feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm still so tired.
We haven't been to a Horror Hound at a table at least for like almost 2 years now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it caught up to us real fast.
Even just sitting in a chair for like 9-10 hours is hard.
Yeah. But you know what? You get a little relief when you go to like the panels and stuff And Andy and I went to some of the panels. We got to see, the Cabin in the Woods panel was really good. Bradley Whitford's a trip. Andy, I can hear you moving that.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You getting fidgety?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fidgety little guy.
Is it from sitting in those hard chairs all weekend?
No, Lewis just makes me nervous. I should just twiddle my hair.
Yeah. So we did that. Andy, didn't you do another panel?
You both did.
We did both of them.
Fede Alvarez.
We Fede Alvarez was the first one we did. Mm-hmm. Him and his writing partner, whose name is eluding me at the moment. But
Rodo Sagorias, I think.
That sounds right. They're great. They're super fans. And something that blew my mind is they said they wrote 5 screenplays together and all of them got made. And I've known like a lot of screenwriters over the years, and they always have drawers and drawers full of shit that never gets touched. It's really weird, but I thought it was kind of awesome.
And I noticed that Fede Alvarez has really beautiful hair like Lewis.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis, you guys have very similar hairs.
It's those Latino genes.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
It's good hair.
But yeah, definitely fans of. I'm fans of theirs, and they're fans of the genre, and it really shows. It really shows.
Very cool.
Then there was a Horror Hound magazine panel, which was really fun.
They're celebrating the 20th year of the magazine.
Yep, we're
all coming of age together.
Yep, we're institutions now. Once you're at 20 years, they call you an institution.
We should be institutionalized.
Yeah.
Well, there's that. There's definitely that.
So, yeah. Anything else going on in anybody's lives? I mean, I was pretty focused on Horror Hound all weekend.
Nothing else
you,
is
Lewis?
going on in the world, I promise you.
Yeah. Nobody's getting fired or anything like that.
Oh, the world outside of our hobbies.
Everybody still has their jobs for legitimate reasons.
Oh, Lord.
We did find out we lost a listener because of our political beliefs, Andy and I's.
Yeah.
Not Freddy's, even though he echoes and
I share your
agrees.
political beliefs.
Somehow it was me and Andy that are the problem.
Yeah.
To be fair, you guys are two liberal bums.
Yeah.
We're
We
a couple
are.
of bums.
Liberal
But-
bums.
I find that you two get called out way more than I do for this stuff.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Well,
There's some difference between the three of us.
We are a little more vocal than you.
Yeah, it's true. There's that too. I deleted Facebook, which certainly helps. I think people can project their whatever they want to on somebody like me who has left, social media for the most part. You'd have to go back and really piece it together, maybe.
Right.
But if you're wondering, I align with my co-host here. If you're curious about politics, and I know people hate that when you blend your politics in with your horror entertainment and all that jazz, but you can just bite the big one if that's what you believe because it's inherently part of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear that? Bite the big one.
Bite the big one. Night of the Living Dead was political.
Sit and spin.
I just realized that if Andy and you both could take Freddy down.
We could take Freddy down.
They could.
Yeah, he can mutinize.
Mm.
Yeah. You could take me down completely. Take me down to Chinatown.
And then we can absorb Lewis into the podcast. And
There we go.
it would just be three minorities.
There you go.
Interesting. And really, I'm barely a minority. Just my vagina. That's the only part of me that's the minority.
Yeah. There are a lot of them out there.
Yeah. But this is mine.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/NOTLP. Just like many other podcasts, we ask for your money if you have it to spare.
Yeah. Because
So go there. There's extra content there.
we've got bills.
We got bills. This ain't free. And you can listen to everything ad free over there if you want.
You do get a lot of bang. We've been told by many patrons that we have the most generous bonus content of all of their patronages. They're like, they get more from us than they do anybody. Because every Wednesday we're putting out Origins, which is classic episodes with new commentary. Every new episode of NOTLP is there ad free. Every new episode of Zoned Out is there ad free.
And then every other week, Topicana.
which is where we dig into other topics. Yeah. So, I mean, you get a lot for a little, and that's at any tier. And we've got some exciting. I have a friend helping me out with some new designs for the little feelies that will come in the mail, your T-shirts, your mugs, etc. So it's a very exciting time to be a patron.
You know, your feelies.
Your feelies.
You should do a LTP Pride shirt.
You
Yeah,
know
we
what?
should.
We should.
Yeah,
That's
and
easy enough to do.
then I'll wear it around with pride.
Aw,
Oh, thank
that.
you.
I'm so proud
As a
of
matter
all
of
of
fact,
us.
I'd invest in a Pride T-shirt. So, anything else at the top, Amy? Anything
I can't think
come
of
to
anything.
mind? All right.
I think we're ready to move on.
Sounds good. Intrépidos Punks! Turn out lights, it's the main attraction. Intrépidos Punks, a title you will not forget if you watch the movie Intrépidos Punks.
Intrépidos Punks!
Originally released February 25th, 1988, Mexico. Directed by Francisco Guerrero. 110 directing credits, mostly dramas. The guy retired in 2003 from making movies, though. Written by Tomás Fuentes and Roberto Marroquin. Cast of 36, and those are a lot of that 36 are Intrépidos Punks.
A lot of them are naked.
And a lot of them are naked. There's Marco, his police detective investigating a smuggling case. Javier, his partner. Tarzan is another big name character. Is Fiera his girlfriend? Is that her name?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. So yeah.
Okay, question
wild.
real quick. Did you guys watch it without subtitles?
Correct. We had no subtitles. We were Google translating. How about you?
I found a copy that did have subtitles.
You bitch.
But you're not missing much.
It doesn't need them for the most part. I mean, we were able to kind of piece together. We didn't even have to use Google Translate too frequently.
I used it a little bit.
Yeah. Because it's a very visual movie.
At this point, I don't want subtitles. I want to figure it out.
Lewis has the Blu-ray, which is that is that Vinegar Syndrome?
Okay, I've had this movie since VHS days. That got 2 copies of at the Mexican store for DVDs, and so I finally got these. Even though it's really not a good movie, it's still a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, visually, it's a entertaining movie, but there are some things that kind of really detract from it.
Yeah.
Namely the multiple sexual assaults that happen.
For a long period of time.
There's a lot of that. It's when did this movie release again? I said 88.
88.
Yeah, 88. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, even by then, I think some of these types of movies were starting to soften a little bit. This feels more like it was made in the 70s in a lot of respects, as far as those scenes.
I do love sleaze. Don't get me wrong, but even in sleazy movies, there are certain things that are hard to stomach.
Yeah,
and they kind of take you out of it.
You're gonna have a rough time with 2 then.
And multiple rape scenes.
Well, not just the fact that there are rape scenes; it's just how they are portrayed in this.
It's a music video.
Yeah, they're so stylized and not dealt with the gravity that it deserves.
Right. They're just a means to getting someone pissed off. Much like in, again, like the Death Wish movies and those types of movies where the function of that is spectacle and to get your heroes as pissed off as possible against the nastiest bunches that they can be.
To be fair, these are some Intrépidos Punks.
All right, you're right, Louis. I should overlook it.
So
I mean, they say in the theme song that plays throughout the movie that it's all about sex, drugs, and violence.
Yeah.
They're very much like Vikings or something.
It's funny. Have you seen the trailer? They had on the DVD, on the Blu-ray, they had a trailer for the movie, and it's like this is a hard-hitting feature about the worst people in society who want nothing but drugs and sex and punk music.
It's fair. It's a fair assessment.
I don't know if it's hard hitting.
No, I mean it's a fair assessment that
It's
is
treated
about sex, drugs, and punk music.
Okay, well that's true.
I mean, in service of right. Okay, you're button down. I guess not call them button down, but again, your Wilson Leather Club, the Wilson Leather Club, who are the police detectives in this particular town,
against the punks that are chainmail.
Yeah. Oh, what Tarzan? That's El Fantasma, right? Isn't he a wrestler or was a wrestler? And I guess did he ever? He never wrestled in WWF or E, right? He was.
I have no idea.
Okay, I think he was hard to research because there are several different entertainers that use that as their stage name, and it made it even more mysterious that he is wearing a mask throughout all of this film and the
You
next
never
one.
see his full face.
Yeah.
Never barefaced.
He's an interesting he and Fiera really when they're on screen, it is George Miller like you said, Louis, like Mad Max 100%. It's really well stylized and pretty cool looking.
I feel like it's like a prequel to Mad Max set in Mexico. You know, you see society crumbling, there's cops, and you got the biker gangs.
And it feels like, isn't it kind of hard to for me, it doesn't feel, it never has that kind of comfort feel when you're with the cops or with the gang. There's nobody you can really hitch your wagon to 100%.
Yeah, the cops are kind of shitty too.
Yeah, they're kind of corrupt.
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of an unconventional story in that respect. But I'm sorry, Andy, go ahead.
But still, the cops are somebody to root for, even though they're kind of shady, because they're not raping and killing people.
No, they're just having orgies together. The cops and lawmakers are having orgies together. It is exactly like the sort of cabal shit that the most paranoid of conspiracy theorists think is happening all the time. It's in this movie, it's happening for real. The prison director's wife, she's has her whole card game going, and meanwhile the prison director's banging everybody in his office, and all the guys are like, well, we've all come a bunch, it's time to button down again and investigate crimes.
Come a bunch.
That's what I say.
You know what I mean? It's funny, Andy, I had a note that said the rape music video montage was a bit much.
You asked a good,
putting it mildly.
Yeah.
You asked a good question. Did the band know this is how their music was going to be used?
Because they're all the way at the end of a hallway. The band is playing live during this rape scene in the foreground, which is two rooms in the foreground, and the band is two rooms. Like you can imagine, it's like as if you're in the final row of a concert and something's happening. Does the band know it's happening?
No, I was just confused about that scene because is the band in the same room?
No, they're down the hall.
From down the hall from where?
It's the weird
rape room.
It's a deep set. It's like a 3-room deep set. It's almost like turning a house on its side.
No, to me it appeared that the punks were part of the band and just brought the instruments in and played while they gang raped a group of women.
Were they taking requests? You think? Like, please stop this. Please stop this thing from happening. Do you take requests?
How's that go? Can you start it off for me?
Well, to be fair, the women were wanting it.
Yeah, the band was really into it. They were jamming out hard. They did not care about anything that was happening in the foreground. They were in the groove, as you say, I guess. Boy, oh boy. The band. Yeah, you go.
You know that meme with Vince McMahon? And it's like, he looks sort of excited, then he looks really excited, and then he looks extra crazy, laser eyes excited.
Yeah.
So then you like in a movie, you have a shootout, and you're like, that's kind of exciting. You have a car chase, and that's even more exciting. This movie had my favorite, which was the shootout car chase combo.
Oh, the car chase was really good.
Yeah, and the beginning had nuns with guns.
Nuns with guns.
And that's cool, not because visually, and also because it rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this movie has a lot of too, besides nuns with guns and cool car chases and stuff? Camera lookers. A lot of looky-loos who look right into the camera.
It feels like they didn't know they were being filmed.
Well, there's that part of it, and there's also...
I don't think they were. There's a real gonzo atmosphere to it, because you got the people doing the very beginning, the graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
And then people. You're right. People act like what's going on. Most of the sets are in the rural, in the but the city scenes are very gonzo, very documentary style.
Yeah, and you know what? It works in a way, and that's what I was going to say. The looky thing, it's a rule usually don't look in the camera in a traditional narrative film. That rule sometimes, I feel like it's a weird random thing. You want to act like the camera doesn't exist, but it could be the camera could be interpreted as a character in those scenes. And I just saw the sequel they made to Street Trash. And it's real strange. It's the guy who did Fried Berry, but there's one character who represents the point of view of the camera. It never pays off. You never really know more about that guy other than you see his hands every once in a while. But it covers when people look at the camera that they're looking at him, and you just assume they're looking at him when they look at the camera, and it's deliberate. And since this guy, like I was saying, he's the director of this, had 110 credits, and he was very experienced by the time he made this. I don't know. He might have just been like, fuck it.
I don't think that theory applies to this, though.
You don't think so, that it was him just saying, I'm not worried about the eye lines and just letting it go?
Yeah, I mean, like Louis says, it was all gonzo, and that extends to the safety on this set.
Yeah.
I feel the stunts, especially with the guy that was set on fire.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
And the car chases, especially too.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I was worried for these people.
I feel like the screenplay was like a page of Post-it notes.
Yeah, a lot of big ideas. The Burning Man that Andy mentioned, that was weird because he didn't have the suit you're accustomed to seeing.
Normally, you see they look bulky because they're wearing like a flame retardant suit underneath their clothes. But this guy was not bulky. He was still, I think he was just wearing regular clothes.
He was just on fire.
It was probably polyester because it was the 80s.
Yeah.
It's very flammable.
It's all part of him now. It's fused to him.
I didn't like that. That went on really long.
Yeah. Okay, so the basic plot is that there's these punks that just cause mayhem across the city.
They have a plan. They're Intrépidos Punks. They sort of have a plan. They say they're robbing the bank to get the money to buy the guns.
But then their plan falls apart after they have the guns.
Yeah, but once they just eventually run out of money and guns, and so they need to get more money to get more guns to get more drugs. Mm-hmm. It's a vicious cycle. Mm-hmm. The life of an Intrépido punk. Mm-hmm. And so eventually they go to these kingpins, like these gang leaders, and the scene at the end, they're approached by that guy to like be drug smugglers for them, but they kind of double cross them and
take the drugs. Yeah,
so it's not really a straightforward narrative. It's just them causing mayhem and trying to get more drugs and money.
Yeah. The goal is to become the more dangerous version of themselves.
And there are some cops who are vaguely investigating things that really don't have anything to do with the punks until later in the movie. So it's weird.
Did you get any insight with having subtitles on the prison director's situation with the orgies and stuff? Do they really address that at all in the dialogue? No,
it's just shows the prison that they're in is very corrupt. And Fiera, she kind of gets revenge on them because she was also in that prison.
Yeah, we kind of skipped over that Tarzan's in this prison in the beginning, and Fiera, his girlfriend's trying to get him out.
Oh yeah, so like she her plan is to hold hostage the wives of the prison directors, and they negotiate, her boyfriend and the gang members' release. So they kidnap the wives, and the gang members start, groping them, and Fierro's like, "Stop it!"
Yeah.
And the gang members are like, "Well, remember when you were in prison and you were raped and beaten?" And that's when Fierro's like, "I do remember. Go do it," and just lets the gang members do whatever to the wives.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
All
part.
in this seam foam, this like Seafoam 1975 or 4 Better Homes and Gardens living room. Like, it's like where you imagine a lot of Tupperware parties would happen, that sort of stuff. But this horrible scene's playing out instead. Yeah.
But
Well, that's how Fiora gets in. She pretends to be a Mary Kay girl.
You'd think that them being punks, they'd be real,
More Intrépidos.
well, I mean, bases smashing and but everybody's pretty, with the exception of sexual assault, they're pretty good with keeping the place tidy.
Yeah, they don't really wreck it too much. Silver lining,
I guess.
The only thing they wrecked was that girl's vagina.
Oh, Louis.
So sad.
That's kind of nice of Louis. Like, you know what? They're awful rapists and murderers, but you know what? They're clean people.
They kept it neat.
Fine people on both sides. So why did the punks attack that crew of workers? Like, were they at a quarry or mining?
Oh, that's where they stole the tanker from.
They wanted to steal the tanker for why?
For gas.
Oh.
Now it's becoming really
their
Mad
bikes.
Maxy, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I get it now.
So is this where the quarry scene comes in?
Yeah.
Okay, this song is totally Sweet Emotion, right? Everybody heard that? The song that's playing during the big fight scene there.
They kept doing the riff.
They play the exact riff from Sweet Emotion over and over
but
again.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Because you were there. But the listener doesn't know. But you know.
If you watch the movie, you'll
Sweet
know.
Emotion.
If you've listened to the song Sweet Emotion, you see the movie, it'll make sense.
Chord progressions.
Yeah, it mirrors it. And it's a good song, though. I don't mind that they kind of borrowed the riff. It's a good riff, good song.
Yeah, I'll, actually, if you listen to a lot of 80s Mexican punk, it's pretty basic, but it's pretty catchy.
I really like the whole soundtrack a lot.
I feel like the soundtrack is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I looked it up while we were watching the movie because I liked it so much. I wonder if I still even have that in my history here.
Well, I've had the song stuck in my head since I watched the movie, and that was 2 days ago.
It's true. It's funny. I was telling Amy this is the perfect if this were like American Dad, just to have, you could hear the Intrépidos Punks music playing as this gang just rode in and created all this havoc and then rode out again. You could do like a whole episode where they just turned up and they'd be like, "What is that sound?" Intrépidos Punks, and they just motor down the street.
Well, that kind of, although the theme song was very catchy, it just kind of took me out of it because this roving gang of murderers and rapists have their own theme song, and
you couldn't untangle it.
Yeah, they're treated kind of, with the theme song, they're treated kind of just like these fun-loving guys that are just riding their bikes through town and having a rock and roll time.
What does Intrépidos mean?
Intrepid.
I figured, but I didn't know. I wanted to make sure. Sometimes it's something different.
It's funny. I was looking up Wild Women Do at one point on Apple Music recently.
And they don't regret it.
Hard to find, actually.
There were many orgies in this movie in addition to sexual assault.
It was hard to tell which was which sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of nice tits, though. So
How'd
there's
that go?
that.
Great tits. The finest
ass.
the punks have to offer.
Was it part of the casting call? Probably.
Yeah.
Seeking Intrépido punk with fine asshole. Must show hole. Headshots not required.
But watching all these punks, it seems like a very exhausting lifestyle. Between all the drugs and violence, you also have to constantly do your hair and makeup.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. It's not for me.
Are you ever afraid that you're going to get wrapped up at Horror Hound Weekend with a group of Intrépidos punks?
I feel, Andy, I feel like you should cosplay as the next year.
As Fiera with the spiked bra and panties.
She was great. That costuming was really good. Her and Tarzan's costumes, I thought, were A+.
I love her hair.
Yeah.
It was huge. It's the biggest hair I've ever seen on screen.
I was actually talking about the main guys.
His silver study thing.
No, the cop.
Oh, the cop.
He's his leather jacket and his mustache.
Yeah, and some tight jeans.
Yeah.
Freddie could do that.
You know what? I could. I wouldn't want to shave off my beard just to have the mustache, and I would have to hairspray my hair.
And you also have to leave like the top 4 buttons unbuttoned.
Always. And you might, it's optional whether you wear a chain with one of those little sperm-looking things on it. My dad had one of those too.
Sperm-looking
You know what I'm talking about? It has like a horn. It was popular in the 70s and 80s. You'd wear this necklace, and there was this thing that looked like a twisted horn on it. It had some sort of meaning about masculinity or some shit.
No idea what you're talking
I don't know. It was in with his high karate and such.
Louis, you said Andy should dress up as. Andy did some weapons cosplay at Horror Hound. It was
So
awesome.
good.
Is it on your? Is it on our page, Andy?
Yeah, it's on our page.
Okay.
You guys
Yeah,
look it
I
up.
saw that.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
And thank goodness a Gladys showed up to be there.
A lot of people got the joke too,
Yeah,
which
a lot of
is
people
it was
got it.
fun to
Yeah.
watch all weekend. Was that exhausting for you, Andy, to have so many people ask you for pictures and stuff?
It was because I couldn't see out of those glasses I was wearing.
Yeah, big bug eyes.
The bug eye glasses.
It was funny
But,
and good though.
But speak back to the costumes. Like, I do appreciate that it was a big gang of punks, but each individual punk had their own specific look.
Yeah, you can't have any uniformity among punks.
Yeah, like down to like the costume, like what they wore and the hair.
Yeah. The least punk rock thing is matching outfits.
It is. Because I noticed like one of them had like Krusty the Clown hair.
Yeah.
You know, like that big poof on top.
And one
the,
just had crusty hair.
Yeah. That's from all the rapings.
It's cum crust,
Oh
Yeah.
God!
as Andy would say. I didn't say anything like that. I'm not gross like Andy. Cum crust.
I don't know why that I'm such a prude. Like,
It's a
clutching my
it's a
pearls.
nasty movie. You know, you don't want to pussyfoot around. You don't want somebody thinking that this is not nasty and watching it.
This is a very sleazy movie.
There's a great tank kill in this where the guy gets run over by the tank. I love
Hank
that shit.
Hill.
Hank Hill, Tank Kill. That's a good metal band name. Hank Hill's Tank Kill.
Oh, is this the guy that was tied to the tanker then blown up?
No, he got run under the tracks. Remember they had like
okay.
they had an actual
That's-
tank at one point.
Oh, okay, at the job site. one.
Yeah. It was like a
Okay.
tank. It was like treads. It might not have been a tank. It might have been like a earth mover or something. I just remember the guy getting squished, and it being kind of chaotic. I don't know. I enjoyed most of this. Again,
Yeah.
it was rough. It was definitely rough in parts. There's parts of it that are outdated in respect to tone and stuff.
And
But-
Tarzan literally dropped a boulder on some guy's head.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
That's because because he's your own man.
real men murder with rocks.
Do you think? So was the child punk at the end graffitiing supposed to be significant in some way? Like, oh, there's a new generation of punks being raised up. Watch out, your kids are punks.
The whole duration of the Intrépidos Punks.
Yeah, then you have it's a hint. It says, just wait 3 years. This is going to all return. You're going to get the sequel, Vengeance of the Punks. All you got to do is hold out for 3 years because it takes a lot of pre and post production to make a Punks movie.
Yeah.
All the CG and the wire work.
Is this the first time you'd seen this, Louis?
No, I've seen it many times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was saying he had it on VHS.
Oh, that's right.
But I've only seen Vengeance of the Punks once, and that was about 15, 20 years ago. So I'll be glad to see part 2 next week.
You know what's kind of funny is because we started watching that one originally, it seems less refined than this movie. I know that sounds crazy to you, Andy, especially probably right now, but like as nasty and sleazy as this movie is, there was actually a lot of like technical polish to it, I think. And then the second one is even more guerrilla, I think, than this one from what I've seen so far.
Yeah. Well, for some reason, a lot of Mexican film at the time, they switched from film to video in the 90s. So it got a lower budget, and it got video quality compared to the first one.
Yeah, and it's a new director too. When they get to the sequel, they switch up. Same writers. Mm-hmm. Two.
What did they write?
A lot.
They wrote post-it notes.
They wrote some post-it notes.
Interior,
as
an
they
office.
were going.
Yeah.
3 men in leather jackets with button-down shirts, smoke cigarettes, anticipating their nightly orgy.
Brown hair and brown mustaches.
Yeah.
Well, one piece of dialogue I appreciated was that when the prison directors, after their orgy, all the girls that they were having sex with get up and leave, and the prison warden says, "Beat it, slut." I just thought that was fun.
Yeah.
That is fun.
That's like the guy in RoboCop.
Yeah. Was it Bitches Leave?
Bitches Leave.
That was Red Foreman. What's his name?
Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith. Thank you very much. Kurtwood.
Kurtwood.
Right? Kurtwood.
Oh, we have the Mexican equivalent of "bitches leave." It's beat it, slut.
Beat it, slut.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna say that every time I'm done with a conversation from now on.
Yeah.
When it's time for
Beat it,
when
slut.
it's time for me to when it's time for when the podcast is done recording, I'm ready to leave. We're like, "Beat it, slut."
It's his new catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's very classy.
So classy. This movie was so classy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it. It went on a little too long, and it wasn't even that long.
I liked
could have
everything
kept 10
except
minutes.
I liked everything except the rapes. Honestly, other than that, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just didn't make a
Especially,
whole lot of sense. But then again, I didn't have subtitles.
Like that punk party scene where they just have that random girl dancing in front of the fire, and Fiera and Tarzan are just holding court.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Jabba's palace and the Twilight Dancer.
Yeah. I could see that.
So it was just like visually really fun, I thought.
The movie was only 87 minutes.
I know. I'm such a bitch. But it's some of this, like the rape scenes, like we just didn't need all that.
But then they would have been less intimidating, right, as punks?
No.
Or no?
I think the violence is pretty intimidating.
Yeah. It's pretty intimidating.
They are very destructive.
Yeah, they set a dude on fire.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They are Intrépidos as punks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically blind right now. All my cameras quit working.
Oh, no.
So I only see my own face.
I'm sorry.
So if you're trying to get my attention with physical gestures and middle fingers and stuff, I can't see them.
All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
okay.
Louis, do you are you being paid by Vinegar Syndrome or something? Because all your choices so far are from like the Vinegar Syndrome mod.
Usually I get they started putting out these Mexican movies on DVD. You know, the actual in America. You know, so I've collected all the previous VHS and DVDs, you know, from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I can actually have copies with subtitles and, you know,
Extras or
yeah. So to me, the fact that it came out with a bunch of them at the same time, you know, just it was, you know, I was, even if I hadn't done this, I would have bought them, you know.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas.
I think it's really cool that they're releasing all this stuff, but I kind of miss the times where early days of Hispanic Heritage Month where you had to send us a like the lone copy of that movie that exists.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I do like they're getting some attention.
Be fair though, I bought this and you guys didn't, so you had to get it at your own streaming place.
Right. Didn't you say you saw Hell's Trap at Horror Hound Weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Was it at the Vinegar Syndrome table?
I don't know if that one was that Vinegar Syndrome or Synapse or I mean Severin. I can't remember.
They were both there.
They were there. I saw them for sale. In nice editions. So if you like these movies, you can, like Louis was saying, they're out there with extras and all kinds of stuff.
We just keep finding them on YouTube. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Anything else about Intrépidos Punks?
No.
I think that's a no.
When
So
do we
I
get
say-
part 3?
Huh?
I said, when are we getting part 3?
Let's watch 2 before we say we want that.
Okay.
All right. So what have we been watching? What else is going on? What has your algorithm served up to you, Freddie Morris?
Have you ever seen a movie called The Stunt Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have, Louis.
Richard Stanley.
You know that I'm not sure about that name. What did he write it or something?
But he's a director. It's got Steve Railsback and
and Peter O'Toole.
Yeah.
Richard Bush directed it. Based on the book, which was Paul Brodier.
His name is Dick Bush.
So this movie had come recommended to me somewhere along the line. It was in my queue. Finally got around to watching it. It came out in 1980, and it's really fun. It's basically the story of this character played by Steve Railsback, Cameron, who's on the run. He's a fugitive from the law, and he wanders onto the set of a movie that Peter O'Toole's character is directing, starring Barbara Hershey, of this war movie. And apparently their lead stuntman had just died, and they're covering up his death and allowing Steve Railsback's character to hide out on the set and work as a stuntman. So it's basically he's, impersonating this dead guy the whole movie and doing crazy stunts. It's very entertaining. It's considered a bit of a satire too. So I wouldn't say it's at any point really laugh out loud funny, but it is all the excesses of a really dramatic movie director and all of when you think of, actors and directors and writers are all crazy people. This is that kind of movie where it's just like the madness of Hollywood kind of laid out. Really fun. Alex Rocco's in it as this police detective who's looking for the fugitive. He's awesome in everything he does, but he's really, really good in this. And Barbara, did I say Barbara Hershey?
Yeah.
Yes, Barbara Hershey. Really, really great.
How are the stunts?
Oh my God, they're crazy. They made a whole documentary about the making of this movie, and I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it, Louis?
Yes, I remember. it was an Anchor Bay release in the early 2000s.
So in the extras, it looks like Steve Railsback is really doing these stunts. I don't know if he is or not. But they have some wild stuff in here. The stunts are great. It reminded me of the Fall Guy movie they made with Ryan Gosling based on the TV series. I also really like that. I was going to
say, right when that came out, about a year, at the time, stunts were like really big, and I believe that was a catalyst for the Fall Guy, the TV show.
Yeah, that would make sense because this came out in '80, and I think Fall Guy started not too long after.
Yeah,
Fall Guy started in '81. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were just like, let's just make that into a TV series. It's got some dark moments. You don't really know everybody's emotional motivation and whether or not certain characters are using each other, and that sort of thing is there. And it's a lot less heavy-handed than a modern telling of this kind of story would be. It leaves a lot of things open for the audience to just kind of settle into and maybe come to their own conclusions. But really, really a good movie. A+, 7 out of 10.
I've always thought that was a good movie. A double feature with this is a movie called FX.
I love FX with Brian Brown, right? And yeah, great movie. If you want to check out the Stunt Man, it is streaming. It's on Prime and Peacock and Tubi. That's all I have to say about that.
All right, Forrest fucking Gump.
Mm-hmm.
Louis, what you been watching?
I watched a movie called Once Were Brothers.
Okay.
It's a documentary. It's a documentary about the band. They were a band in the late '60s, early '70s, but they were on Bob Dylan records, and they movie with Martin Scorsese called The Last Waltz. But it's a pretty good movie, but the lead singer, Robbie Robertson, was indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
And he recently died last year. So I bought this a couple of months ago, but I just got around watching it, and it's just such a good documentary about the band. So even if you never really heard their music, they've had a couple of hits like Up on Cripple Creek.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and so you guys should if you want a documentary about some good music, try that one.
Yeah.
Once Were Brothers.
It's on Max, or is that right? Or Tubi? Sorry, it's on Tubi.
It's funny. Louis has that thing that you have, Freddy, when you order food. You have to point at it on the menu what you're ordering for whatever reason. It's really important.
It's in case the wrong words are coming out of my mouth.
When Louis is going to go tell us what he's watched, he has to have the physical media in front of him so he can point at it and show it to us. It's this cute old man thing that you guys do.
We're adorable old men. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
I guess you don't want me to point out vaginas.
Just not that.
So you talk. It's like, why does Louis have a vagina? He's just holding it up there,
pointing at it.
Old men. What's that song? Old dogs, children, and something or other. Never mind.
Yeah, that song. Don't you know? Amy, do you want me to go? Or do you want to?
I'll go next. Okay. I like to save you for last because you usually watch the coolest stuff. I have been watching The Paper, the new The Office spinoff kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw I saw those last week.
Yeah, so I haven't finished it yet. We're a few episodes in. It's cute. It's different.
It really you gotta get about 2 or 3 episodes into it. It really takes off.
No, I think it's at first I was a little like, I'm not sure I care that much. But then as it's progressed, I've cared a lot more.
I love Esmeralda.
Yeah,
She's like nothing I've ever seen on TV, really.
Yeah, she's like the villain sort of, but also like a protagonist.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I really like the lead actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's great.
How do you pronounce his name? Gleason?
Domhnall, I think.
Domhnall?
I went for the
From
easy
Star
path
Wars? From Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the guy who was the from Andor?
Oh, is he on Andor?
I haven't
We haven't
seen
watched
Andor.
Andor yet,
So I don't know.
so we're useless in that respect.
I can't help
I can
you.
look it up though while you're talking about it.
But Amy, I remember Horrorhound. You were saying that he does like a perfect English accent, American accent.
Dude's English, his accent is flawless. Usually there's a tell, right? There's a way that people from like Australians or like people from the UK, like the way that they pronounce things, there's always a tell. But this dude, there's no tell, man. It's awesome. And he
So
doesn't
is it-
seem like he's fighting to like do the accent so he can't act. Not unlike what's his name from The Walking Dead.
It doesn't
Lincoln.
look like he was on Andor.
Coral.
Must be a different ginger.
That
But,
dude was fighting to do the accent. He didn't have time to act.
What part of the country does the paper take place in? So what kind of
Toledo,
accent is he?
Ohio. And
So it's just
Cincinnati has come up.
Midwestern.
Yeah, it's come up twice.
Yeah, the
And you
Cincinnati
know I
paper.
love when they mention my city.
Yay.
Although it's a little confusing how much the connection is
Yes,
there.
because Toledo's pretty far away,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't care that much about the Cincinnati City Council.
It's at least like over 4 hours away.
Yeah, we're not the same, Toledo and I.
Also, too, the it's kind of kind of trashy, like Pawnee.
Yes,
I think they went for Toledo because it's kind of a weird city to begin with. Yeah.
right. No, I think they've chosen well. I've never been to Toledo. What do I fucking know?
But well,
So,
like Lewis brought up
next year, you guys want to go to Toledo?
Let's go to
Let's
Toledo.
meet at Toledo.
We'll do
the
the-
filming locations.
Yeah, the tour.
But the office took place in Scranton. Is that a real city?
Yes,
Yes,
Joe.
it
Okay.
is.
Joe, our former president,
Joe Biden was from there.
is from there.
Oh, okay. Because Pawnee's made up, right?
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought that was a real city.
Close
Well,
enough.
there's a Pawnee, Oklahoma.
See,
Right.
See?
see,
You see?
there's just no Pawnee, Indiana.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I've been watching The Paper. I recommend it. It's on Peacock, of course.
Oh,
I
fun.
like the way it is that the documentary crew was like, we wanted to follow up. And then it's very interesting how they get from Dunder Mifflin to The Paper. I think that I
So
won't
it's the-
spoil it, but it's
It's the
interesting.
same universe.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
company.
Because Oscar
owns-
is in it.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Oscar. But he just happened to stay with the company and get moved around until he ended up
In Toledo.
at Toledo's, the toilet paper place. Softies, right? Is what they call it.
Yeah.
The only problem with that show was that it was only 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Especially with The Office, yeah, 22.
Mm-hmm. I missed the way they used to do TV so
Yeah.
much.
It definitely gave you more time to get to know all
If
the
I have to wait
characters.
2 fucking years to get another season 2, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not playing that game.
I miss throwaway episodes. When, like Christmas and Halloween episodes. Holiday
Yeah.
episodes.
You know what's neat too, and I think you'll appreciate this, Andy, is it's not just doing The Office over again either. The theme is a variation of the theme song, but the actual like environment that they're in is different somehow. I haven't figured out how to put it into words, but it just feels like it's got its own identity that's not The Office.
Because the trailer didn't look great to me. But it's good to hear that it's people that I know really like this show.
Yeah, the bits don't work really for trailer because, like, in the trailers, I think, because I agree with you. I was like, oh, I'm excited because it's the Office people, but there's nothing in the trailer that really stood out. They let jokes kind of cook through the whole episode too, so like you can't just like get that little bite that is going to be the laugh bit for the trailer. They do it kind of like Modern Family would do, where they set up a bit in the beginning, and you have to watch the whole episode for a lot of them to pay off.
I recommend it. That's all I can say.
It's good.
All right. So, Andy, what you been watching?
Well, we're at Horror Hound, and they have the Mask Fest going on with all these really talented mask making artists. And somebody mentioned to me, I forgot who, don't want to give somebody guys credit for this, but they did a Ben Cooper documentary.
Oh, okay.
Like recently, last year, I think. So I looked that up and I watched that, and it was fine.
What's it called?
Dressing Halloween or something. Ben Cooper documentary.
Dressing Up Halloween, the story of Ben Cooper
Halloween.
Incorporated.
Yeah.
It's on Prime and Tubi.
Yeah. I don't know. I wanted them to get more into the actual company, but they basically just talked about all the masks they made. Like, here's this. It's like, yeah, they're just like, here's this character. Like, here's this character. They didn't really go into the process of making the mask and coming up with designs and even how the company got started or anything.
So it's just a bunch of trotting out products?
Basically, their greatest hits.
Did you feel the nostalgia? Like, were there any of them that you had a personal connection to?
In the beginning, it's like a love letter, and I thought it was going in that direction, but they just said, like, here's when we did this, and here's when we did this. I just wanted some more behind the scenes stuff instead of them just talking about all the characters they made. They didn't talk about any road bumps about getting like licensing or making the mask or the costumes. But it's just some nice nostalgia, but I just wish they went deeper.
They didn't get into staple injuries or rubber band injuries.
I always wonder how those things that it's always just like the mask and then a smock with the characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to have that's mostly my Halloween costumes when I was a kid.
Yeah, they were cheap and easy. The smocks too sometimes weren't even the actual costume, but sometimes they were just an ad for whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
ridiculous.
They were so bad. We loved them.
I wish they would have talked about how dangerous they were and how you can overheat or catch on fire.
Or you cut yourself easy.
Or like when you're trick-or-treating and they rip halfway through.
Yeah.
So you're walking around with like a skirt basically.
You're sweating.
In the 80s and 90s, it's something you had to deal with.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had to cook in one of those garbage bags if it was warm out.
Yeah.
You're just wearing a garbage bag and a blown plastic mold over your head.
But you're right. The worst thing that happened were the masks because it's got a rubber band on the side. They pop out.
Or they tear your hair out too.
Yeah.
So everybody's trick-or-treating and you got to try to make it work with one mask strap.
You had to hold it up with your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragging a giant pillowcase full of candy with you.
And that another thing, like they didn't have any, like very much like old footage of kids in like mask or anything like that.
You
like
think?
video recordings.
Yeah.
All the B-roll they have is kids recreating a Halloween. These wearing the costumes.
That's too bad.
It's very cheaply made. So I don't know. I just wish it was deeper than it was.
Maybe they'll make another one.
Cheaply made, just like the mask.
Just like the mask, exactly. But it's not a complete waste of time. But I personally wouldn't recommend it.
All right.
I saw a documentary a couple months ago just like that about the Lisa Frank.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I remember Lisa Frank.
I didn't know what Lisa Frank was until Amy explained it to me when Lisa Frankenstein came out. Although I lived through it.
Don't remember.
Such a boy.
I remember that from the 90s. The flowing unicorns and
Yeah.
So colorful.
I just couldn't put a name to it, I think is what it was. I can recognize a Lisa Frank, but you know what I mean? Like pornography. I know what it is when I see it.
All right. Well, I think that's that on that portion of the show.
All right, then.
Which means that it's the portion of the show where Andy gets a text message. Anything interesting?
No, nothing interesting.
Someone's
Sorry.
trying to get a hold of Andy. That's like the 4th time he's been texted during the show.
It's our friend Matt sending us his connections and wordles.
Gotcha.
Fucking Matt. Just kidding. It's okay. At the end of every show, we always say hi to our Beelzebubs. Patreon.com/NOTLP.
Y'all.
If you want to check that out for yourself. We're going to start with the offender, Matt, texting Andy. How dare.
It's my fault. I should have put on do not disturb mode.
No, it's okay.
Shame
Nobody
on
cares.
you, Andy. You're going to go to podcast hell for
no
this.
big deal. Branan and Emily, Dr. Brian, so good hanging out with you. I hope everything went okay with the thing. Wink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I seen your lovely daughter again.
Yeah, she's so sweet. You have such a good relationship with her.
Yeah, like the first time we met her, she was like in high school. Now she's about to graduate college. So it was nice to see her grow up. Yeah.
We all talked about, we were, I think, trying to get some of the youth out of her for ourselves by her talking about living on campus and stuff.
To steal her vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Dirty Bill Stirred, Bill Fahrner, Blayne Yogurt, Jordache Jeans, Monica, Ernest, Dave, Paul, and Shayna, who we also hung out with at Horror Hound Weekend. Paul had his spooky, creepy, cool table with all of his incredible art.
Yeah. And he got a lot of the attention he deserved that weekend. He did really well.
He sold some shit, man. And it ain't shit. I didn't mean to say it like that. Man, you know what I meant. God damn it.
It's awesome stuff. We have some of his work on display here in the studio.
Shit in the best sense of the word shit. Anyway, that's all I got there.
Halloween League, if you're a patron and you want to submit choices to Bill.
Do it on our Discord.
On the Discord. It's coming up. October 1st will be here before you know it if you're into doing those advent calendar style watch-alongs.
Yeah. Anything else before we wrap it up, Lewis? Where can the folks find you?
You can go to thelostocle.com.
That's THE. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you about
No,
to
you
say
do
it? THELOSTOGLE.com. Did I do it okay?
Yep.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. Now beat it, sluts.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old buddy Leatherface put on Dawn of the Dead. And Igor made the nachos in a severed human head, and they enjoy the movie with their friends. David Kessler walks the streets of London